Thank you for your interest in learning about the YouthView OST survey for out-of-school time partners, created by Summit Education Initiative in Akron, Ohio. The goal of the work at Summit Education Initiative is to support student success through collective impact. When we remember that the student is at the heart of all of our work, we organize our efforts to increase support among schools, family members, and community organizations and leaders. The YouthView OST helps to support community organizations who are working with youth throughout the county and across the country. Originally, we developed the YouthView for several reasons. First, we wanted to be able to measure outcomes other than self-reports. Second, we wanted to be able to measure factors related to school persistence and success. Finally, we believe that creating a shared language across all providers and youth support agencies would increase our ability to collaborate with each other and to support each other's work. And so we created the YouthView OST. The YouthView OST was designed for students who are 12 years or older in age. The survey contains 27 items in 3 domains: a motivation domain, an aspirations domain, and a belonging domain. There are also some simple indicator items on the surveys, such as would you recommend this program to a friend, and students' gender, age, and their longevity in the program. Under the motivation domains, we measure mastery orientation with items such as, it is important to me that I learn as much as I can, and I really want to understand my work in school, not just memorize it. Another factor in the motivation domain is self-efficacy, which measures a student's confidence in their ability to learn even the most challenging work in school if they try. This is measured with items such as, I know I can learn even the most challenging work if I try, and even if my schoolwork is hard, I can learn it. In the aspiration domain, we measure 2 factors. The first factor is called future sense of self, which we measure with items such as, I know the kind of person I expect to be in the future, and I have a plan for what I will do in the future. We also measure a student's college-going identity, with items such as, college is an important part of my future plans, and I expect to enroll in college after high school. Finally, in the sense of belonging domain, we measure students' belonging in after-school programs, with items such as, I feel like I belong in this program, I feel like I am successful in this program, someone would notice if I didn't show up to this program, and I feel comfortable in this program. There are just a few steps to get started with the YouthView survey. First, out-of-school time partners register their sites and their programs inside our database. SEI provides support during the registration process because we want to be certain that the programs who are registering to use the survey are also aware of the other efforts that are going on across the county to support youth success. The survey is a single-page paper and pencil survey. The date can be pre-populated before being copied and distributed to students to assure that the same date of administration is filled in for every survey. You can make as many copies as you need once we provide you with the original PDF of each survey. The surveys take approximately 20 to 25 minutes to administer. Out-of-school time partners can access the results of their surveys within 48 hours of administration if they return the surveys back to SEI. Access to the results can be found at youthview.org. When you arrive at the youthview.org website, accessing reports can be done through the Out-of-School Time Partners tab in the top menu. Here at the Out-of-School Time Partners Leader homepage is where you registered your sites, and registered specific programs at each site. But down here at the organizational reports is where you can get access to the results of the survey. For now, we'll just look at a results report snapshot. As you see, the results are password protected. This makes sure that only you are able to access your results. Once you're inside the system and you want to see a snapshot, you can pick a particular survey administration date in all sites and all programs. Here you can see a snapshot of the overall survey responses from all the sites and programs administered on Friday, September 19th, 2014. When I review this data, I see that the lowest area of the factors measured is school value, with an average of 35 on a range from 10 to 60. I might decide to focus on school value in my messaging in some of my programs and see if we can't move that up over time. I can also see here that of all the students surveyed, 93 students surveyed, 73 would recommend the program to a friend, 10 would not, and 10 were not sure. The majority of students who completed the survey were male, and this is the breakdown of their ages. This is also a longevity snapshot, so you can see about how long students have been participating in the program. There are other reports available from the YouthView Out of School Time Partners Leader homepage, but that is enough to get you started. Using the YouthView survey results can inform practices in several ways. First, it can provide feedback for your programs. Would students recommend the program to their family or friends? Do students in the programs and the sites feel like they belong? Secondly, it can help you focus on specific dimensions. So when looking at the survey results, are there motivational or aspirational factors that seem low or that are most aligned with the programs you run? Second, how will you tailor your messages and activities to address those factors? Finally, the survey empowers youth serving agencies across the county to demonstrate impact for funders, because programs can show how they either raise or maintain specific factors over time. I hope you enjoyed this brief overview of the YouthView OST survey for out-of-school time partners and have a better understanding of how this survey can be used to support the work that you're doing with students across Summit County.